Hi everybody, this is Kevin Ioli from Yahoo Sports. Welcome back. I appreciate having you. Today I'm going to go through the nominees for my Fight of the Year and then pick my 2017 MMA Fight of the Year. This was one of my most fun tasks. I really enjoy watching all the great fights that there were during the season. MMA fighters really lay it out on the line, and there were a number of fights. But I think at the end of the day, when you look at this, and there's one fighter that stands above all the rest. I'll get to that in a little bit, but I have four nominees that I'm going to include, and this is in no particular order right now at the top. But let's start because UFC 218 came at the end of the year, December 2nd, but there were two nominees, not just one, but two on that particular fight card. Yancy Medeiros knocked out Alex Oliveira in the third round on that one, and that was just an incredible back and forth fight with a huge amount of damage really handed out to both guys. But on that same show, Eddie Alvarez stopped Justin Gaethje in the third round in another amazing war. It seems like every time Justin Gaethje fights, it's the same thing. Back in March, and when this fight happened, I thought, okay, I have my Fight of the Year. It's a slam dunk. Darren Elkins stopped Mirsad Bektic, who was undefeated at the time, and Bektic was delivering a brutal beating to Elkins, but Elkins came back and won the fight, and so that's one of my nominees. And finally, my other one, how could I leave out Justin Gaethje's win over Michael Johnson, TKO in the second round. That was at the Ultimate Fighter 25 finale. Just an incredible performance in his UFC debut by Justin Gaethje. So those are my four nominees. And I think when I look at it, and I think, okay, which fights did I like the best? Which had the most sustained action, swings of momentum, and all that type of stuff? And I think I have to go with Gaethje and Michael Johnson. I mean, that was a war. There was a point in the first round where it looked like Gaethje was going to go out. Then Gaethje came back, and it was back and forth. It was fast paced. There was all aspects of MMA. I mean, let's face it, it was mostly striking, but it had a little bit of everything in it. And to me, that was the Fight of the Year. A lot of these other fights I love too. The Elkins and Bektic fight, I mean, I really liked it for the heart that Darren Elkins showed. If you remember that fight at UFC 209, Elkins was out. I mean, he was out and done, and you wouldn't have blamed the referee in the second round if he had stopped that fight. But Elkins came back, and he's a guy that has a history of not quitting, and he came back and he fought really hard, got himself back in the fight, and he ended up winning it. Alvarez's fight with Gaethje, I mean, I remember several times watching that live, and it was just like, oh my God, I can't believe this just happened, and I can't believe he's standing up and he's still going on. Excuse me. But it was just one of those fights. And earlier in that particular card, Medeiros and Oliveira, that actually won Fight of the Night over Alvarez and Gaethje. That should tell you something. But I think, when I consider those four, and I think those stand above for me as Fight of the Year, I think the Gaethje win over Michael Johnson is it. So that is it for us. This time, I will have my other awards finalized in this week. I'll have my Knockout and Submission of the Year coming up tomorrow. If you missed my video yesterday, I gave my Fighters of the Year, my Male Fighter of the Year and my Female Fighter of the Year, so you can go on YouTube and check that out. I picked Max Holloway of the UFC as my Male Fighter of the Year and Rose Namajunas as my Female Fighter of the Year. There's a video on that. But for this video, my 2017 MMA Fight of the Year goes to Justin Gaethje's knockout of Michael Johnson at the Tough 25 finale. To me, it doesn't get any better than that. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy all the fights. Have a great new year. Appreciate you joining me. You can click that subscribe button. That would be doing me a big favor. And leave your comments down below and tell me who you would have picked. If you don't agree with Gaethje and Johnson, tell me who you would have picked and why. Look forward to chatting more during the year. Be well.